Coming up in this episode.
Just fucking bollocks, isn't it? If you can't imagine it, it's not real.
It is the stars and suns that give in 1 second whole amount of energy that the Earth ever need. If you can capture that, we've got energy for that forever. Imagine how much we could advance.
And we're one of trillions of those.
And there's more galaxies than grains of sand.
So like the energy that's just passed through my thumb,
was
8.5 minutes ago was in the sun.
In the sun. Because it takes...
That's fucking...
Is there anything in space that hasn't been used as a chocolate bar? If it's just flying through space, it's gonna destroy someone's life.
It's like Pac-Man that goes off that side of the universe and comes back out that side.
The power pumped out was 50 times greater than that of all the stars in the universe combined.
What the fuck?
That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Look at all this. There is categorically no fucking way we are alone. If all this is real, that amount of space, there is no fucking way we are the only thing in existence.
APMA, how are we doing? Right, today it's my pod and we're going to talk about the universe.
No.
So, how I'm going to do it is I've got 9 mind-blowing facts about the universe, and I'm going to read one out and then we'll have a little discussion. We might not get through all 9, to be honest. I don't know.
Part 2.
We'll see how we go. But I'll read one out. We'll have a little talk about it, have a little discussion, and then I've got 9. Hopefully we get through them, but we'll see.
Mind blowing as well.
Mind blowing, yeah.
They
are actually
prepared to be blown.
It's a big statement, but I think
away.
They are mind blowing. So there's a little introduction. So I'm going to read this out. This is all from shout out to Sky at Night magazine.
Nice.
Not sponsored.
Subscribe to the magazine.
Yeah. I'm going to read this verbatim as well. So,
I'm literally going to rip the journalism.
I've had a busy week and not had much time to do research.
At least you're honest.
It is good. I've looked at a few.
Thank you for creating this podcast, Marcus Chown.
Let me see.
I'm so glad that should this have to go to a court of law, we have Dan on record saying that it's been ripped verbatim.
Yeah.
I'm about to say exactly the words that are printed in.
Science writer Marcus Chown. This is all your information. So
you own it.
Thanks, mate.
And if anything's wrong, hit him up. Hit him up. The thing is, I have liked the universe for a long time.
Been a part of it for a while.
He doesn't own the universe, does he? Let's face it.
This is it. That's
and if I was to put something together, it would be very similar to
I
this.
thought you were going to say it'd be better than
this. To be honest with you, Marcus, any money that we do earn from this podcast, we'll send it to you. It won't be a lot.
Send it to the Sky at Night Trust.
Oh, fucking hell.
I'll send him 56p.
Yeah, I'll PayPal, yeah. I've already said the universe is a mind-boggling place. Here are 9 most astounding space discoveries of recent times. This isn't one. This is like the intro. The universe is outstanding. That's that word. All of its ordinary matter, all the particles that make up us and everything that we can see, only make up 4% of its total matter. We only discovered the universe's major mass component, the thing that makes up 70% of it, in 1998, and this is called dark energy. Although nobody has the slightest idea what it actually is. And also their percentages are a bit off there. So there's 70% and then 4%, and there's a bit missing, isn't there?
Oh, God.
Right. Marcus was
never found
Marcus. Anyway, so number 1, there's a supermassive black hole at the heart of every galaxy. I did know that. Active galaxies often pump out 100 times more light than a normal galaxy. With the discovery in 1963 of quasars, it's clear that the light comes from not the stars, but a central region smaller than the solar system. The only conceivable energy source is matter heated in incandescent as it swirls down onto a giant black hole up to 50 billion times more mass of the sun. In 1990, NASA's Hubble Space Telescope found that although active galaxies account for about 1% of galaxies, supermassive black holes are no anomaly. almost every galaxy, including our Milky Way, contains a supermassive black hole. That's the first one.
I love how they can't just call it massive, they have to call it
Supermassive.
It's supermassive.
Yeah.
When
It's pretty
McDonald's
big.
bring out the supermassive, I'm in.
It's game over.
Where'd you go from there?
With
What's
that-
the next step
The
up?
big supermassive.
Yeah. Without sounding like an idiot, to our Milky Way, does that extend further than like Pluto?
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah,
so
so-
what is that? Is that just
so
what we can observe?
We've got our solar system,
Is that
which is
Up
like the
to
sun
Pluto.
and all our planets, and then
right?
after that, then that is within the Milky, Way.
Yeah.
And then the Milky Way is obviously our galaxy,
Right.
which up until recently,
So our Milky Way will have a black hole in it. Is that what they're
our
saying?
Milky
Right.
Way, so
Wow.
every galaxy, because if you look at a galaxy,
Is that like I sound like such an idiot?
like
But
a
is that the swirly
Or,
shit?
like most,
Is that the
most galaxies take the shape of like a swirl effect.
Looks like a
Right.
ripple.
Yeah.
Don't you think? Don't you think it
Right.
does sound like a huge lie? It would be so much.
So we're in the swirly.
It would be so much easier if the world was just flat.
Yeah.
And there was fucking
Shout out
there
to
was
Dave.
heaven if you're good, and there was hell if you're bad.
Yeah.
That would be so easy, wouldn't it? The life would be such a better place.
When's
It
Dave
would.
As
coming
soon
on?
as they started bringing in, Milky Ways and swirls, and you can't even imagine how big it is.
Yeah.
Well, it's just fucking bollocks, isn't it? If you can't imagine it, it's not real.
It is.
Imagine it.
If you can't imagine it, it's not there.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah, that's pretty much like
No.
God, isn't it? He's so you can't even imagine him.
Yeah.
He's so yeah.
We're gonna fuck off the religious and the atheists in one go. But no, I know what you mean. It's hard to even contemplate.
It does sound like they just keep adding bits in. Like as soon as
Yeah.
someone figures something out, like they're like, yeah, but then it's the swells, and then that go. It's constantly expanding.
Into what? Like
Why? That's
This
fucking
occurred-
stupid. Why is it doing that?
Something that's 50 billion times more dense than the sun is just insane.
Yeah.
so apparently, our Milky Way is 950,000 light years from the center. So what? So it's that times two,
No, that's just how.
or is that across?
Yeah. And then
And how many miles is in it?
this is Pluto, so 0.00628.
So that's
Jesus.
fucking massive.
But yeah,
And we're one of trillions of those.
and there's more galaxies than,
It's all
than
kicking
grains
off.
of sand. So like, and the
Quality.
fact that at one point all this was condensed into which I'll get onto it, all into like a dot is fucking just.
Is there anything in space that hasn't been used as a chocolate bar? Because they all seem to do quite well, don't
Yeah,
they?
they do.
I've never thought of that.
Milky Way,
Yeah.
Mars,
Yeah.
Galaxy.
I know of a Mercury bar.
You don't want to get eaten, Mercury.
You don't really Mercury. You don't want to mix that up.
Fucking, I mean,
what the fuck?
no one's done a moon bar.
Ripples, I think.
There's not a
Fucking-
planet called Ripple yet.
A moon
There will
bar, I
be.
think.
Unless you look at the galaxy and that is like a ripple.
Yeah.
A ripple,
A
a
moon-
ripple in space time.
That's it. See?
I've not heard of something
I've
called
never-
Supermassive yet.
Oh, Ben's gonna.
We are
if we do this on
here.
the pod, actually get some when I talk about. It,
Yeah,
get
we've got some
little-
images.
Some images.
Yeah.
So we're. But all right, let's.
I think if you Marcus Child's got quite a few images.
If right, so look at all
There's
this.
a swell.
To take
There's
him
a swell.
directly from his Instagram.
Yeah. Look at all this and how like there is categorically no fucking way we are alone. If all this is real, there is no way that,
Oh, mate,
that amount of
it's-
space.
yeah,
there is
yeah,
no
it- yeah.
fucking way we're the only thing in existence.
What's interesting as well is that obviously we're so fortunate where we are and so lucky because everything in the middle got
hot.
eaten up into the black hole, and then because the black hole has a
Oh,
life
that's the
and
black
it
hole.
eats. Yeah, so that we're there and we're at a point where obviously we don't get eaten, and it keeps absorbing, and then it gets to a point where it slows down, and then but the gravity of it keeps everything else in check. What fascinates me is like the layers of gravity. So like you've got the gravity of the massive super black hole that our Milky Way, keeping our Milky Way intact.
Yeah.
But then you've got the sun, which we are in our solar system, keeping us intact. So you've got like it's almost like you've got gravity within gravity.
Yeah. To
Oh,
make everything work.
Like And obviously every
What
little
the
solar system
fuck?
around has got its own little...
It's like gravity inception.
Yeah, it is. It's gravity within gravity. And so that's all spinning. But also, we're expanding and travelling...
Or is it just
away?
We're travelling away. So like...
We should have had Dave on for this one.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he would have shot everything
I mean, if you
down.
get that
but
picture up of...
swirlies.
I mean, if someone said to me that's God's eye looking down at you, it's probably more plausible. I've seen an eye. I understand.
I've seen an eye.
You can imagine what that looks like.
Yeah. But all this other stuff is fucking gravity within gravity. That I've never seen that. I've never
But you
seen
see
gravity.
evidence
I've seen
of gravity,
gravity work.
gravity everywhere, though. Or do you?
Or do you? That's the thing. Or
Does
do
gravity
you?
exist?
Scientists, you're not going to like this one.
To be fair, if it is a lie, like, they've gone in on it. They've made it so complicated, isn't it? They've made it so complicated that you're like, if it was such a lie, just why go? There's more galaxies. Just leave it at like the Milky Way.
Yeah,
There's nothing else. That was it.
Yeah.
It would have been a lot simpler.
But there's always that
Yeah.
question. Well, what's behind that?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like
well,
what's behind the ice
we were
wall.
just-
That's why they're like, fuck,
Yeah.
we never thought of that before we started this lie. They're always going to know
Yeah.
what's behind.
Yeah. Oh,
And they're
we're
like-
expanding into it.
Just tell them it's constantly expanding.
Here's an interesting. This is point 2. This is very interesting. The universe has the same temperature everywhere.
What?
So,
Out in space?
So the heat of the Big Bang fireball was bottled up in the universe. It had nowhere to go, so it's still around us today. The weird thing is that temperature minus 2.7 Celsius above absolute zero, minus 270 Celsius. The lowest temperature possible is essentially the same everywhere. So that's the lowest temperature possible. Obviously, once you got stars and everything, then it heats up. But
So away from stars,
away from that,
everything's the
yeah.
same.
Yeah, but there's loads of stars out there, and there's bigger stars.
but we've just mapped.
The lie. They've fucked up the lie. As soon as we start digging, they just.
Made it too
This
elaborate.
doesn't make sense. Like, surely if you go in a
It's
rocket,
blowing your mind. That's the point.
if you're going in a rocket like closer to the sun, surely it would get hotter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so away from that.
Away from so just in the actual space, it's the same temperature.
But away
everywhere.
from space, there's other stars, isn't there?
I mean, it's vast. The distance between stuff, like even the distance.
Oh, what? There's just patches of stars around. They're not just sort of knocking.
Yeah,
around.
it looks
Yeah.
obviously on that it looks close together. But like, have you ever seen like the moon is like this, and then the Earth's like
Yeah.
that, and but the distance we think the moon's like for images
Close,
there,
but
but
it's
it's
not.
actually like.
But look, if
it's
you have a
actually
look at that, surely in that centre bit there, it's going to be a lot hotter than on the outside.
Yeah, but in the blank space, it's the same temperature everywhere. And so we've just mapped our universe now. We've just got to the point where we've mapped our whole universe. So again, outside of that all that temperature should be the same.
The same.
Which is it is
It's
strange.
weird.
I find it's weird.
Why
But
would
then
that
could
be the
they
case?
could they
Yeah.
test it?
Yeah.
Are they
But,
just throwing out?
But what's funny is that there's a point
I
where
couldn't even test it.
it stops. Like it only goes so cold.
Yeah.
It can't get any colder.
Can't get any colder in space.
Which
That is weird.
Which is
Until they get there
Strange.
and they're freezing and they're like, he was
Fucking
lying.
lie.
He was lying.
I don't want to interject because I
No,
hope this
okay.
doesn't come up. But I saw it on an article literally like about a week ago.
about a week ago.
It's about the dark matter thing.
Yeah.
The dark. So basically, they this article was saying that they've found evidence that because of the dark matter, I don't understand the ins and outs, but because of the dark matter, they have found evidence that there is a parallel Earth running in tandem with ours, but time on that Earth is going backwards. Fuck knows how they found that out, but that's what they have discovered.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? So this is my third point, and it's
How do you play
Dharma.
football backwards?
You've already won. And then
You've
you
won
like-
it. Yeah, you have to literally. You always draw every game. Every game's a 0-0.
Oh, shit, it's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because dark matter.
Your
Was,
life ends by being.
Oh, shagging your mum.
Oh god, Benjamin Button, innit?
Yeah. Oh, good lord.
Yeah, because
Anyway,
the dark matter.
You grow from the ground.
yeah. You undecompose. Recompose.
recompose.
Fucking hell.
That's a bad life, isn't it?
It's
You're
not
basically
great.
a potato. You grow. Every game of football's a 0-0, and then you have to finish off by shagging your mum. It's about as bad as it gets, isn't
That's
it?
a tough day.
That's a rough life, and that's for everyone.
Yeah.
So
That's why the cookie grumbles on that one.
Okay, so
Sorry. Comes together.
it crumbles together. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it comes together.
Oh, sorry, Dan.
no, I'm just I'm getting made around this dark matter. So 95% of the universe is invisible.
Yeah.
So the discovery is so amazing that it's a trickle into the consciousness of most working scientists. Everything science has been studying the past 350 years is but a minor contaminant of the universe. Only about 4.9% of the mass energy of the universe is atoms, the kind of stuff you, me, and the stars and galaxies are made up of. And of that, only half has been spotted with telescopes. So we've only actually spotted 2.5% of the universe.
That's mad.
Decent.
Because like I thought the atoms make up everything. But if they only make up 5%,
Yeah, 5%.
and the rest we don't know what it is.
We don't know. So candidates for what makes up dark matter include hitherto unknown subatomic particles and black holes made in the Big Bang. But in addition to dark matter, there is an energy accounting for 68.3% of mass energy of the universe. It's invisible, fills all of space, and is accelerating cosmic expansion. And our best theory, quantum theory, overestimates its energy density by a factor of 1 followed by 120 zeros. I struggle with all of that.
The
to be
maths,
honest.
yeah.
That's
It's a big number.
But so there's basically like 70% of energy in the universe we can't even see and is untapped.
yeah. Another thing which I
Fucking
find
hell.
interesting. So the universe it was born, and it's only been in
Yeah.
existence for 13.82 billion years, which is a long time. But before that, well, we don't know, but there's essentially nothing. Or it did exist and it got conformed into, fucking, I don't know. It's no one knows.
How's it started?
They've mapped everything down to like, I think, a few seconds up and from the Big Bang. So because obviously when you look at stars, you trace the light, and it's so they can, with telescopes, super powerful telescopes, they can trace back to like when the Big Bang was first starting to go, but obviously they can't go beyond that.
But that's what everyone wants to know.
Yeah,
What's-
I want to know the before.
Does anyone else have any like little theories of like what it could be, or
one of my theories is that like,
even if it's crazy or just
I've got a theory that, and I don't know how this would back up in science, but if you look at the way,
Don't worry about
if you look at like
we've lost them.
if you look at like Milky Ways and
Straight
stuff and
away,
everything, obviously you got these gigantic black holes at the center of Milky Ways, and it all condenses and it all comes in, and then they actually kind of rebirth and explode and matter and stuff. So I have a feeling that like there are billions of universes. We've got our one. Just like we found out 20, 30 years ago that there was billions of galaxies. I think at some point we'll find out there's billions of universes. And I believe that at some point the universe, all the matter expands, and maybe it goes into others. And at some point, I believe it somehow all condenses back into one another.
Right.
And all that pressure condenses like a black hole. And it just sucks it all in, and then creates a universe, and it goes to like, boom, a grain of sand, all that energy, and then boom, and then that's the Big Bang. But I think there's more than one Big Bang. I think there's billions of Big Bangs that have happened,
like a multiverse type.
all
thing.
over the place. Yeah. Because if that isn't the case, otherwise outside of our universe, obviously, what is there? Where does it end?
Yeah.
And at some point, there probably is going to be another universe.
Yeah.
I reckon our universe is someone's mind.
Yeah,
we live in it, and then there's people that live in ours, and then there's people that live in theirs, and it's just.
Have you ever
As
seen
life keeps creating.
Have you ever seen the map of a brain and the map of the universe?
Yeah, I was going to say, I was going to say, Ben, can you bring it up? Because am I making this up? And isn't there also a similarity? And this could be for some reason in my head. Is there similarities between galaxies and the iris of a human eye?
I think so.
I
yeah.
just say, to look like an eye.
Yeah, you did.
The human brain and the mapping of a human brain and then the mapping of a universe.
And imagine it by however that person
brain cells.
So we're looking at a picture of the galaxy and a picture of the brain cells, and they're identical. Fucking
it's
hell.
worlds creating worlds within worlds, and it actually constantly gets smaller and smaller.
Yeah. But imagine that. Imagine if in like
what the fuck?
God was the first one.
Yeah. Imagine if in an ant. Imagine in an ant. There's a whole.
Yeah.
It's a bit like
whole universe.
What's
It
that
could be.
film.
Imagine
Men in Black.
the universes
Yeah,
are
they're playing
different
marbles.
as well in different minds. Like in mine, the universe in there is just fucking mental. You know what I mean?
That's
Putin's is very
that image there is.
it's a lot of
That's
lot
so.
of nuclear devices.
Nah,
going
his
off,
is
isn't
just the shape of Ukraine. Literally his brain is just the shape of Ukraine.
it? He wants it.
That's so similar.
That's crazy.
I mean, I don't
That's
know if that's been
ridiculous. I mean,
manipulated to like.
They literally look identical.
Yeah.
I mean, and also that does look like a Fanta fruit burst.
Yeah. There's like
Just throwing it out there.
there's like I think is it the pineal gland and then a plant.
Yeah.
Like there's so many like, but then people take those things and they're like, and that is why there is a divine creator. Whereas, it doesn't have to necessarily go down that road, but it's fascinating. There are similarities in so many different weird things. Yeah.
It always leads back to the devil, doesn't it?
That's it.
It always has to ruin it at the end.
Yeah. End of days.
David Icke did so well, and then he just
Fucked it.
started talking about
The reptile people.
You should have just dropped that, David.
Yeah. People are saying you a lot more
that's
seriously. If you stop thinking the people are fucking reptiles, okay?
Just get rid of the reptile thing. And we'll probably buy your book.
I believe in a lot of things, but come on now.
We don't live in a giant aquarium. No, what's it called? Is it an aquarium? No, it's not.
Vivarium.
Bavarian.
Vivarium. Ben, cut that.
Oh dear.
So the fifth one is most of the stuff in the universe has repulsive gravity.
So what does that mean?
Disgusting.
Stinks.
Oh right. Yeah.
So the universe is
Nice.
expanding. There's some big words in there. I'm going to skip that one.
That's the level that you're at here,
That's the
listeners.
level, yeah.
This is where we're at.
Marcus made sure left that one out. Galaxies flying apart like pieces of cosmic shrapnel in the aftermath of the Big Bang. The only force operating should be gravity, which acts like a web of elastics between the galaxies, slowing them down. But in 1998, contrary to all expectations, astronomers found that the expansion of the universe is actually speeding up. So it should be slowing down,
yeah.
but it's actually been found to speeding up.
Fucking hell.
To explain it, they postulated...
I have felt a bit quicker on the wing recently.
speeding up.
It's getting quicker.
That's it. It's getting rapid.
I like that word, postulated.
Yeah, that's a good
I
word.
don't know what it means. But it's good.
Quality word.
Yeah, so that put that down to dark energy. It accounts
Uh-huh.
for almost 2/3 of the mass energy of the universe, which is
Postulate.
so that's why they need. So that's why dark energy.
Suggest or assume the existence.
Yeah, that's why I guess
Reasonings.
dark energy needs to fit in the formula because without dark energy, it doesn't make any sense in like physics.
Yeah.
So that's why they need dark energy. Although you can't see it,
Yeah.
it has to be there
Yeah.
for it to work.
This is what I both love and hate about science is science is brilliant. And I guess it's the whole point of science, but it's fact until it's no longer fact. Do you know what I mean? Like you say, in 1998, if the science was everything's slowing down. Fuck, we're actually wrong. I think that in reality, we don't really know all that much.
We don't.
We're just going off of fingers crossed this is correct until we're proven wrong.
Yeah.
Well, you think so? 100 years in the timescale of us humans is so small, but think what we all thought 100 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And it's to your common person, it's laughable. And I think in 100 years' time from now, they'll look back at this podcast, and they'll be like, Marcus, what was he talking about?
Yeah.
Dan was right.
Yeah.
We think we know it all, but
Does all the universe and space stuff actually matter though?
In what sense?
Like,
Because we're not going to ever go out there.
yeah, we need to figure out what the fuck's going on the Earth, don't we? First, before that's the only thing with me. I'm like, I get it, but like they're all being paid to like look at stuff outside of the Earth.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like with Elon, for example, he's said like, you know, the reason he wants to go out is because essentially, and I'm paraphrasing here and probably butchering it, but essentially like, you know, this planet is pretty fucked.
Yeah.
And we need to be working towards
Yeah.
colonising Mars and things.
I feel like he's putting so much time and effort into getting out there that I mean, one of my mates got the new Tesla.
Oh, nice.
And he showed it to me yesterday, and it's got speakers on the outside, and you can like talk inside the car, and it comes on the outside. So you can pull up, people walking past, you can be like, "Not bad," and they're like, because all the windows are up, and they just see something in their car.
I was going to say they're not thought about rolling the window down.
That's what Elon needs to be sorting out. Like, he needs to be creating stuff on Earth that we can use. Because let's face it, they're not going to let me on Mars. So
It might do.
like, look what he's done with the Tesla. That's amazing. And like if he
Imagine if he gets loads of materials from like space, what he can once he starts getting all that.
Is
stuff
that why that I want him to let us know why he's going?
Oh, mate,
he keeps talking about like I
It's
want
a
him
kind
to,
of- it is
if
money.
he was like if he
But
said
also-
I'm going up there for like material so I can come down and hoverboards, I'd be like get him up there.
Yeah.
But they don't. No one seems to be like actually saying what they're doing, why they're doing the research for. I get it. What are you gonna solve at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Like, even if they tell you,
preservation of life.
like what happened was, this exploded and that's why we're here. And it's like, okay, we're still here. There's still issues.
Humans, though, we've always been on a quest to,
Why are we
expand
here?
the horizon. And
Yeah.
there's something, again, we've had this conversation before, like, is it planted by like aliens? We're always inquisitive. I'm always like, we always want to know and go further and figure it out.
Yeah.
See, I'm not really. I just want it to be good while I'm here.
Yeah.
I don't
Which is
care.
fair
I don't
enough.
care
There's nothing
why,
wrong with
I
that.
don't care why I'm here. I just
Yeah.
want it to be.
I know
think a
how
lot-
I turned up at this party, but let's just fucking get it going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people do get wrapped up in the why.
Yeah, just don't worry about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I love space exploration though. Like, I do genuinely.
Yeah, I
I've
do as
watched. I watched so many. Like, so I'm reading this, but all this stuff. Like I've watched loads of programs on it. Like I find it fascinating. Like it's so big and fast, and I just find it like I really find it interesting that there's any like. The whole of the Earth is like process, like it's like money and energy. We need energy. There's stars and suns that give in 1 second the whole amount of energy that the Earth would ever need.
Yeah.
So like if you can capture that and harness it, and it's like okay, done. We've got energy for that forever.
Yeah.
And it's like imagine how much we could advance if you like. I mean, look, there's a fucking war on at the moment, and it's like the main thing about it is like energy and gas, and it's like. If you take all that out of the equation, I don't know. I feel like it probably cause more wars on it, all the other stuff, because it's
it
just
would
been
just
built
be
in us. But I find it
Universal
fascinating.
wars. There'd be like universal wars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I do think that like if we can, there's a lot of shit we can harness from space.
Yeah.
Whether that make us better or worse, I don't know. But like it's
Like someone will probably like the alien will probably come down and be like, you've borrowed the materials from Mars, and you have to pay like tax.
Yeah.
And like the whole world would be like,
It's a
oh, God.
galactic tax.
This is what we've been doing to all the citizens of Earth.
Yeah.
We've been
Yeah.
fucking them all over, and now we're getting fucked over
Yeah.
by.
By another species.
well, the whole world's in debt anyway. Which like
Yeah.
the whole world's in debt. Okay, who to?
Yeah.
That's what they need to
Aliens.
sort out. Get these scientists figuring that shit out first.
The
Yeah.
bank of aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's fucking crazy.
Here's another interesting fact. Just before we go into a little break.
Uh-huh.
The title's a bit shit, but it's interesting.
You're ripping this apart.
The sun is producing only a third of the neutrinos expected. Neutrinos. But hold your thumb. Hold up your thumb.
Yeah.
100 billion I don't know what this word is. Neutrinos.
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 I like neutron. I mean, that's what we should call our chocolate bar.
Yeah. 100
I think neutrinos sounds cool.
100
Yeah.
billion neutrinos are passing through your thumb every second. And
Right.
8.5 minutes ago, probably not as dark in here, but if we went outside and did this, 8.5 minutes ago, they were at the center of the sun.
What?
That's fucking crazy, isn't it? Because the
So
light,
the energy that's just passed through my thumb,
was
8.5 minutes ago, was in the sun.
in the sun. Because it takes
That's
how
fucking.
long
it
it
take,
takes
the
for
sun's
light.
light. It takes 8.5 minutes for the sun's light to hit. So if you look up in the sky and it's sunny, like if the sun was to go boom and disappear,
It'd take
we still get 8.5 minutes of light. And that's why when you talk about light travel, when they say, it's 1,000 years of light travel, like think the sun is 8.5 minutes. So like some of the stars that we see of a night, they're gone. The night of the night.
We're literally looking at history.
We're looking at
Crazy.
and that's how that premise is how they look back and can see the Big Bang because they're looking back at the light trail,
Right.
which I always find. So like, imagine if you're in space and you like.
They say if you could create something that could go faster than light, you could travel out, look in on Earth, and watch history.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
because the light traveling out
Yeah.
is because what you see is just light traveling towards
Yeah.
you. So like if you could go faster than that, you could outpace what's going on, and you could go back and rewatch history.
What the
So
fuck?
you could watch like, I suppose you could technically watch like murders and all sorts of shit, couldn't you? And figure stuff out. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you couldn't get away with anything.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like minority.
I wonder if
Yeah,
I wonder
yeah.
if technically if they're already out there looking in, are they.
They'd stop Putin.
And on that note,
And that is why time travel doesn't exist.
We're going to a break, or maybe they did.
Oh.
Maybe they did. We'll go to a break, and we're halfway through. So yeah, I've got 6 more. I think.
6 more.
Nice. Yeah.
Emma, we're back. Okay. Oh no, we're good. We're back. Sorry, I just had a little.
You go from there.
Yeah,
go from there.
just
That's
like
right,
that,
yeah.
so-
Little blip
Dan's
there.
a bit tickled at the minute.
Yeah, I've just
keep
got.
laughing.
Basically, I've come to one of my little facts, and it just was a bit shit. So we're gonna scrap that one.
at the bloopers.
Yeah, it wasn't mind blowing. So we're gonna skip that one, and we're gonna get to Ben, and he's gonna find a random fact about the universe. So this is gonna be our number 7.
While Ben's finding that, I was thinking earlier, you know, we were saying about Elon Musk going out to Mars. I might have said this before, I can't remember. But if Elon Musk is the first person to colonize Mars, does he then own Mars by proxy? Because no one owns that.
I would say yes in traditional terms, because like obviously when other people have done it, and
It's like laying claim to it, isn't
claim
it?
to it. But
You
I
need to be able
imagine,
to defend it to own it, don't you?
That's it.
Yeah. Some
'Cause-
Tesla robots.
but I imagine before he gets close to it, the governments, like the US government, especially as he's
Oh,
in with them,
fuck,
isn't he?
yeah.
With
Right.
NASA and stuff.
I didn't even think of that.
I think they will put in place
It's gonna be
because
war
he's a
for
US
Mars.
citizen.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Though. Imagine when
Yeah.
it's like when it's planet war, that because you could nuke the other planet without your planet getting.
Yeah.
That's when it could be really like
Yeah.
I mean, if Putin was on Mars,
Yeah.
that would be a big problem because
Yeah.
it's like, well,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
could
yeah.
get rid of everything,
yeah.
and he's got his own,
He's still got his own
still
planet.
got his own planet.
Yeah.
So maybe
This is a
maybe
bad
that's what
idea.
Elon might. I don't know, or maybe if Elon gets there, he's like, right, everyone needs to listen to me now
Yeah.
because if you
I'll
don't,
nuke you.
I'll just nuke you.
I'll just nuke the planet. But he's like, but actually, I want everything to go good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm threatening you with the end of the world.
yeah,
That's kind of what.
But that is what
He-
happens every
yeah.
year.
yeah.
That's
But
what
he's
Putin's kinda doing as well, yeah.
he's not coming in with good stuff, is he? He's not like oh, I've built the the Putin mobile that fucking runs on electric. Like he's,
I built the
Yeah.
Putin mobile. It runs
Yeah,
on the vegetable oil.
I imagine he's got some flamethrowers though. I imagine
Yeah.
he's got.
Oh,
flamethrowers.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's. Would you trust Elon in charge?
I don't know. I was watching a clip of him on the Joe Rogan where he like jokingly but in a really weirdly serious way told Joe that he's actually an alien. Almost
Yeah.
as if he
He
was
was
like
an alien.
hiding in plain sight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like
I tell him when I'm an alien. It don't count.
It wouldn't surprise me if he's had a neurochip done. In
Yeah.
himself. Yeah. I wouldn't.
Or he's like
Who would you trust in charge?
of a planet.
Just who would you?
Me.
I don't
'Cause
think.
I used to
know,
think
man.
I used to think Rogan's pretty cool, but like lately he just seems to get quite agitated, doesn't he? Old Rogan.
I don't think.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's
he's
had
got-
the
he's got a
whole
lot-
world
yeah,
on his
yeah,
shoulders
yeah.
recently.
Yeah, but I would expect Rogan to just be able to sort of rub
Yeah.
that off.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? But like,
He's looking withered the last few weeks.
he's looking like I
Yeah.
feel like he's gonna go bang at some point.
Yeah.
I don't think you should have one person. I think you should have a team,
Like a
of,
council.
a council of like at least. I don't know what maybe like 5 to 10 people on a council.
I think
And that-
councils, that's where shit.
It's
always
very
gets a bit-
Illuminati, though, isn't it?
You know, like when you watch like Game of Thrones, and you're like, you want like Jon Snow just to run shit,
Yeah.
and then there's always councils, and then there's always like a little sneaky one that comes in and tries to like,
manipulate.
just let Jon Snow look after the planet.
The thing, when you
You
live
just
in-
need someone who's really good,
Yeah, who's
but
pure.
also will fuck you up
Yeah.
if shit gets.
when you've got
Yeah.
when one person gets too much power, it inevitably
corrupts without
always goes.
Is there
to
anyone
their
who
head.
that hasn't happened to?
I think it's probably human nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think because you're just surrounded by yes men all the time. So even if you didn't want it to happen, it would probably happen without you wanting to.
Yeah.
What about Russell Brand? Because I've been watching a bit of Russell Brand recently, and he
Nice.
seems to be on like a very because he's been to the heights
Yeah.
of the fame, and he's come back
Yeah.
down,
Yeah.
and he seems to be very. He reads about things. He always sits on both sides of the
Yeah.
fence, but he's very.
I know what you mean.
And he's all isn't. I know, but then you never know because you're like, is he just trying to make money? I don't think he is.
Yeah.
But with that, you always think, obviously that's his career, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't need to. He could probably just retire. But
Yeah.
The thing is with a country, looking after a country, like looking after so many people, there's always bad shit that happens, and
Yeah.
you've got to pull the trigger on some stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like everyone wants to be like super nice and like, but if there's no consequence to anything, then everyone will get away with whatever. So you do have to be. I think being a leader of a whole block, you do have to be a bit of a dick sometimes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because if you're a walkover and just agree with everyone,
Yeah, no, I agree. You do need to sometimes be stern.
yeah.
do you
Sure.
feel like there's maybe a population issue, and they need to sort that out?
Hang on.
But
Jimmy's
I'm not.
broke over.
I'm not saying that you have to get rid of people. I'm saying you just have to not make as many people going forward. It's an issue that can be sorted out.
I mean, China have been trying that, haven't they?
But there's actually
They're doing all right, though, aren't they?
it's off tangent bit. There's a depopulation issue.
Yeah, I was going to say it's the other way around.
yeah, all
is it?
all of anything.
Don't do that.
Any advanced
Keep on
America,
shagging. Keep on
America,
shagging.
USA, any advanced economy, all the top 10 advanced economies have all got a depopulation problem.
Oh shit!
To the point where this may be the most people that will be ever on the planet
Fucking hell!
this time now, because we're taking that swing now. So like
Yeah.
once the other countries catch up,
Mhm.
I don't know which countries have the most children at the moment, but even if you take it probably somewhere like India, yeah. But even if you take theirs, it's probably not even as many as it was to us in like the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah.
So it's
Fucking
coming
hell.
quick, and it's like say one is to do with like economy. It's like it's costs so much to have children,
Mm.
and then you got to educate them and stuff. So it's like most people are just only having a couple of kids. Whereas
Yeah.
back in the day, it was more economical to have more kids
Yeah,
because
bigger families.
they would go out and work.
Because I think if there's more people, there's more to worry about, isn't there? More problems. Get rid of the people. Get rid of half the people. Get rid of half the problems.
That's it. As Thanos once said.
Yeah, Thanos.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
only we could
fucking-
apply that logic.
But not kill everyone. I'm not saying kill everyone. I'm saying just going forward.
Slowly,
Yeah.
Stop making them.
slowly
It's not
Have
an
one
instant
each.
vasectomy.
Just have one each.
One each.
One each.
Very China.
Yeah,
That's
that
it,
is.
yeah.
That is. Have you heard about Japan? They're not
No.
like for the foreseeable future. They're not reopening their borders at all.
Really?
They have no intention of opening their borders ever again.
Going well.
And apparently it's down to the
It's not all that anyway.
the average age in Japan is 47 and a half. Like they have and they have a lot of like elderly people, which are obviously with COVID and stuff are vulnerable, and the politicians are apparently kind of protecting them because they're the vast majority of the voters.
Right. Okay.
So they're trying to like insulate the elderly.
That's so.
But yeah, Japan have apparently no.
And I imagine the people who enforce the rule are probably quite old as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
they're like,
for sure.
I wonder what would happen if they just
Just
shut
close
down
off.
the UK. Like no one was allowed in, no one was allowed out.
Pretty much did, didn't we, in COVID? Pretty.
It's all right, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I
don't think.
That's some night. The thing is, what we go on holiday, but we come back, don't we?
I don't know, mate. I went to Dubai and found out about 0% income tax. I nearly didn't fucking come back.
Yeah, there is that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Something needs to change.
I don't think
Warmer weather
That's
would
how
be great.
they always see the politics. They always take these little just subtle changes. I just want them to come out and be like, look,
A
right?
big fucking
Yeah, what
change.
we're doing, right? We're just gonna not drive cars for next year, right? We don't know how we're gonna deal with it, but we're just not gonna do it for the year. Let's see how things go. And it's just like, all right, sweet. Oh, this is life now. So
Each person is allowed 12 ounces of oxygen each month.
yeah,
There we go.
Off you go.
just try things out.
Get back on horses.
Yeah, because they're
The
doing
commute to the podcast would take a while.
Fuck me.
Did you see the budget?
make good fucking content though, wouldn't it?
The budget
Right,
thing the
yeah.
other day. They're like, we are cutting the fuel cost.
Yeah.
By 5p. It's like it fucking went up
Wow.
5p yesterday.
Yeah, fucking
Like
wankers,
you can take
man.
your 5p
Yeah.
and shove it.
Did you
Fuck
see
a
that?
lot
You know
of
that
them.
geezer who's usually on like This Morning or whatever, and he talks about
Oh, what,
like,
money
Oh, when he
finance.
said he's
Yeah,
fucked.
money-
He literally sat on there and he was like, "We are absolutely fucked."
I literally
He's
have
like,
nothing.
I've got nothing. There's nothing I can. There's nothing I can help
That's
anyone save any. Like he's the go-to guy
Yeah.
that the
Yeah.
country
Guru.
needs. Yeah, he's like, you can fucking wash your shoelaces and you don't have to buy new trainers. He's like, you're fucked. Oh, there's no amount of.
Honestly,
Yeah.
the
I like it.
costs
Yeah.
to
You can keep putting your cards over different cards and changing everything and getting loans. It don't matter. You're fucked.
fuck, mate.
Yeah. Just fucking get as much money as you can and have a good time.
Get the
I
bags
do
in.
like him.
Oh, dear, oh dear. Yeah, it's bad. In
This
the
is why we need
universe.
to get. This is why we need to get other planets.
Yeah, that's it.
This
That's
is
it.
why this one.
This is
right,
why
okay.
we shouldn't be allowed any other
What was
planets.
What was?
This is what I'm
What's
saying.
number 7?
Yeah.
We haven't sorted Earth out yet.
Yeah.
Let's not go and fuck up
We're
Mars.
not going to sort
Yeah,
it out.
let's-
This
That's
is
all we've got.
Yeah.
That's our only other hope.
That fucking
Let's
dust
go.
bowl.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dust
dear. Fucking hell.
Basically, for scientists to gain like a full understanding of the universe, they are studying the atom. They need to study structures smaller than the atom to understand the universe as a whole. Basically,
Okay.
that's a
Start
fact.
small.
So go small
End
to
up
go
big.
Yeah,
big.
so,
is
yeah,
what
so
I'm
they've been going
taking from
smaller
that.
and smaller.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but that was better than my 7.
downsize to upsize.
Yeah.
There you go.
Number 8.
That's financial advice.
The first gravitational waves detected came from a binary black hole system nobody predicted.
Non-binary.
Binary.
The first what, sorry?
The first gravitational waves detected came from a binary black hole system that nobody predicted.
Now
So-
gravity's a wave.
Yeah, it's all over the place and it's a ripple.
I've never
it's a
heard
wave.
that it comes down as a wave.
Yeah, no.
On the 14th of September 2015, gravitational waves were detected on Earth for the first time. So that's interesting.
Oh yeah, didn't that prove like one of Einstein's theories or
yeah,
something?
it did. Yeah. Oh, very.
Yeah,
I'm just about
there
to.
you go.
The ripples in the fabric of space-time predicted by Einstein in 1916. So almost 100 years
That's
later,
pretty grand.
came from the merger of 2 black holes in a distant galaxy. Briefly, the power pumped out was 50 times greater than that of all the stars in the universe combined.
Decent.
What the
That's
fuck?
fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like 50 times.
See, when they say shit like that, I understand it's really far away, but they say like, oh, if there was a big solar flare from the sun, we'd be fucked. Surely if that thing just pumped out an energy wave 50 times more than every sun combined in the universe, surely that would fuck us.
I think things like this do happen randomly in space, but like obviously it's so vast that like, but if there probably are like full solar systems and planets that just get wiped out in like boom, and you're like, oh shit. I don't think anything's on the cards at the moment, but I do know that, I don't think it's on here, but I do know that our Milky Way is on course to collide with I think it's Andromeda, another
Andromeda.
That's why I don't believe it all. Because anything can happen. Like, I can't believe that we haven't been hit by a fucking asteroid or nothing.
We put at time.
It's because it's so big.
Yeah, but it's so big, and also
dinosaurs.
time is like our time scale is so little.
Yeah.
Like the time scales in space are so ridiculous, like millions and millions of years. I mean, humans have only been about for I don't even know how long. It's not long compared to like
15 years.
Compared to the planet.
Yeah.
And like an evolution and stuff like we're a dot.
Yeah.
Humans are a dot.
Yeah.
So like these things happen a lot, but it's like just so vast and so much of it that fucking we're just a little blip, little human blip.
Yeah. So like the likelihood of a meteor hitting us, fortunately for us, is quite slim, isn't it?
Yeah, and also we're very unique in the way that our solar system's set up. The fact that we've got Jupiter. The mass of Jupiter creates any like big meteors. There's a belt, and they all get stuck on that belt.
Oh wow!
So that protects us.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
It's
Jupiter's a force field.
Do you reckon
pretty
we're
much.
just so small and insignificant that, like, if you was to like tread on, I don't know. Sometimes you like tread on an ant or whatever.
Yeah.
And then your foot goes up and like they're still running around.
Yeah.
Because it didn't have enough. Because it's so small, didn't have the thing to crush or whatever. Like fucking molecules or whatever. I'm destroying science here, but little things that you tread on or whatever, or there's a fire but things are still alive or whatever because they're so small. That they're
but
not.
yeah, in the grand scheme of space, we are so
we're actually invincible.
we're so little
We can't
because we're so small.
Invincible.
Yeah, we're such a little dot compared to like.
There's such big things going on. There's like
insane stuff going on in other galaxies.
there's literally an asteroid flying around which is the size of our solar system, but it's so big that it just can't crush us because it's just so big.
Yeah, we're just like
We just get pushed along.
I feel like we're small, but
Yeah.
we're compact and we're quite tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite a tough little marble.
Like if you headbutt the Earth, it is well strong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I mean, I ain't tried headbutting the Earth, but
I have. It's honestly, it is strong. It is hard.
it's built well.
Like you wouldn't want to, you wouldn't want to fly. You wouldn't want to hit the Earth.
Yeah.
At any speed.
Yeah, it's gonna probably hurt you more.
That's probably why the asteroids
miss
avoid
us.
it,
Yeah.
So fucking hell. It's something a bit softer.
I always think as well, asteroids. I wonder if it's other planets at war and they're firing them.
Which collateral damage.
Because as well, like I always think an asteroid at some point is going to hit something. If it's just flying through space, it's going to destroy someone's life.
Nah, it's like Pac-Man. It goes off that
And like-
side of the universe and comes back out that side.
Or if there's an asteroid coming to us, it might have already been deflected off another planet out in space somewhere. And we might deflect it, and it might hit another planet somewhere and kill them.
Yeah.
It's Galaxies.
So,
So
yeah.
I think the moon.
The vegans,
is
we need
Earthling
if we're
a
getting an
planet.
asteroid at us, we need to take it so
Yeah,
that we save other lives.
The moon come from. This is another thing about our setup. Like the moon came from an asteroid hitting Earth.
Yeah.
So the moon is just it's Earth material. It broke away from Earth after an asteroid hit it, and then it formulated the moon.
It's fucking crazy.
And like without that, obviously without the moon, there's no
the tides and
there's
shit.
no,
are
there's no
fucked.
fucking life on Earth.
Yeah.
But But that's our solar system, like the way it's set up with Jupiter and like that. I can't remember what the belt's called, but
Is it
like
Kuiper?
the
Kuiper
protection of like that stopping even like the radiation from the sun and the way that the Earth is specifically set up. It's all like to actually find another place we could live on. Would be very, very rare. Like super
absolutely.
rare. I think that gets me onto my.
I know I live in
last point.
I just want to. I live in a different area, but has anyone noticed the moon recently?
It's fucking huge here.
It's ridiculous.
Really?
It woke me up the other night. I thought the sun was coming up. Right, that's how bright it was. My room was light, and it was from the moon.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was from the moon. The moon was so bright that I looked outside on my garden, and I could see like all the
Everything.
It was the fucking moon.
I mean, technically, it
fuck?
was the sun, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The sun was
Yeah.
shining, but I was like, I've never been woken up by the moon.
Yeah.
Neighbour's got a new torch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually,
Got security
because I got
light.
up and it was kind of bright, and I thought, oh, we've been nuked. I thought that's it. It's all kicking off.
Yeah.
He's
But
fucking
yeah,
done it.
it was there. But the moon has been crazy lately.
Imagine someone just said, "Oh, we're going to nuke the moon." See how you get on then.
Pretty sure Elon
See,
Musk
this is- this is what
Instead
I
of
want.
nuking Mars.
Nuke Mars, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
To
Yeah.
make
This
it,
is what I
To
want.
populate it.
This is what I want people to do. Just
Just do something.
just do something for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't press any buttons.
Yeah, nuke the moon.
See what happens, fuck it.
Force us into moving to Mars.
Yes.
That's it.
Sometimes,
Nuke
in order
Mars.
to progress, you just need a push.
I need to get Ben to get this number up because I'm gonna tell you how many zeros. So it's at the last point is number 9. It's we appear to be alone. There are approximately. It's a 1, and then this is how many zeros are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 zeros.
Fucking hell.
So obviously it's way past a trillion.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I don't even know what number.
I'll get Ben to get the number up. I can give you a link to here, but I don't know even what the number is, but it's over a trillion.
I think it's called a septillion.
So there's over a septillion stars in the universe.
Fuck it.
I can't even comprehend it. So
Yeah.
it's more than 10.
And then probably more planets than there are stars.
course, yeah, 'cause
given
they border the
but the
stars.
stars, yeah, given the setup.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, in all this immensity, there's only one place we know of where life exists, which is Earth. Despite searches for intelligent signals, no sign of intelligent extraterrestrial life has been found. In fact, there's a good argument that if such life forms exist out there, not only should we see signs of them, but they should already have come here.
They have.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
Yeah. Because why?
Where are they? As well, I think Elon Musk made this point. I'm going to get back into that.
Where are they? Where are they?
Must be having you.
Elon was like, because this is one of his reasons for space travel. He's like, think how many other like planets and stuff have actually created the first basis of life. Not like super intelligent, but then it's just died or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's probably loads of that's happened. Given there's probably life out there, but just not life.
Do you want to go and help them?
Yeah, he's saying that this is why we need to, because everything's like, and then our sun's gonna burn out. Like we, as a species, like we need to advance and get to other planets.
Yeah, and this is like a stepping stone.
Yeah, to survive, to keep. Because if you don't, then it just all dies, and it's like, well, that's all done. It's like never to be.
You could go there. You could be like a motivational speaker, couldn't you?
That's
Be
it.
like, look, I know it. I've unlocked it all. I know where we've got
Where
to
we
go.
come
I
from.
wonder if
You need to split the atom.
Einstein and these people are from other planets, and they're like trying to help
Essentially.
us.
Just
Was it, by the
push it
way,
forward.
did Einstein have money in that? Was he like pretty rich, or because I
I
think
don't know.
he was like big?
No, I think it's just an
It's an academic. Yeah,
Yeah.
they weren't like, they didn't have that much money. They were all right, but like they weren't like royalty back in the day. Like royalty was the ones who had all the money.
Yeah.
That's mad, isn't it?
It's just academics were like they were paid a wage.
I wonder how much he got.
$65,000 net worth by the time of his death in 1955.
What's that
Yeah.
for inflation? 65 to now?
Probably fuck all. Well,
I reckon
inflation's
it's a lot.
Probably a couple of mil.
Oh, he's fucking doing. He's decent then, isn't he?
Yeah.
I know, but he's a legend, isn't he?
Yeah.
Was that 65 overall or per year?
Yeah. I think it's
688,000.
Oh.
Net worth.
I mean, yeah, it's not a lot. Considering
When you think it's Einstein.
it's Einstein,
Yeah.
one of the most, or if not the most intelligent man
Yeah.
on the planet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fuck all.
I bet he was shagging though. He didn't need the money.
It's quite interesting you say about like
Bit of pussy.
there's no evidence or signals or anything from any greater life. That's quite interesting.
Yeah, so
because
so they say.
you'd think I don't know, you'd pick up on like an alien fucking radio station or something, wouldn't you? If they were out there.
Pirate radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, like obviously we've put this thing of a universe together, but it's only from light that we can see. Like,
Yeah.
we've got all the actual what we can actually get to is so small percentage wise of like the universe. So like until you start actually sending stuff that can, like, there might be life on. I think it's one of
Pluto's moons.
Pluto, yeah, is it Pluto's moon? I was going to say Pluto. Or
Jupiter's
no, it's
moon,
Jupiter's
yeah,
moon.
it's
Yeah,
scary,
yeah.
Pluto,
Because
another moon.
Pluto's too cold in it. But yeah, one of Jupiter's moons that they say that the core is probably hot enough, and there's water on there, so they found life here in similar circumstances.
Yeah.
So, like I say, I definitely think that we'll find life soon. It's just that intelligent life, or maybe again we're just very, very primitive, compared to what's out there, and they're just like, yeah, don't just leave them alone.
Yeah.
Don't.
But then what was Bob working on?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Lob Bazaar. By the way, we decided, by the way, guys, Lob Bazaar.
When
Shout out.
you think when there's more
Shout out.
stars and planets than grains of sand,
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
the
There's no
chances
way.
that there's not.
As well, I suppose if you think like we've only been on this Earth, like humans, like there was dinosaurs here before. So like you have to get it in the right periods. Of
Yeah,
planets as
exactly,
well.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like aliens might have come down to this planet when there was dinosaurs here, and they're like, oh, no intelligent life here.
Yeah, and then moved on.
Moved on.
Yeah.
And obviously now if they come down, they'd be
Do
shocked.
the same thing.
They'd be shocked, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
They'd be like, what the fuck's happened here?
They could also have been.
What happened to the dinosaurs?
Yeah.
You lot have changed.
Yeah. And that's how the reptile people.
But as well,
Myth started.
there might be, for all we know, we're sending off like stuff for like signals and that. There might be so far advanced that like there might be loads of them, and they're all talking to each other. But they're like, we might be so far behind that they're like, yeah, just don't leave them.
Yeah,
I like
they're on the
idea.
internet, and we're trying to send them smoke signals.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. And they're just like so far advanced, and they know. Or they're like, oh yeah, we know what happens with them because we monitored that other place and they fucking blew each other up.
Yeah,
so just that's a bad egg.
Yeah,
Let's just we know what they want to do, take over everything. We'll just sit it out and don't even contact
What's to
them.
say though that they're like as intelligent as us? Like they could just be loads of different animals.
yeah.
Because like I say, pre
It'd still
us,
be
there was
life.
just like dinosaurs. So
Yeah.
there's probably planets and shit out there that are just like dinosaurs, and we don't know what they are, but they're like crazy animals and just
Well, definitely.
literally being out in the wilderness.
I think
Wouldn't want to go there.
The makeup of like the periodic table. If you think that's all the elements on your periodic table, and then like you got all your space dust and stuff, and it's like the probability that your mixture of elements and stuff would happen somewhere else to make spark life up. I think, although it's very, very small, just the fact that there's so
many,
much, it's going to happen somewhere. And also within our solar system, I do think we'll find, like say on a star, on like some sort of like moon or something. I think we'll find microbes within the next 10 years, somewhere, if we look for it. And we haven't. That's the thing. We haven't even looked.
No,
we haven't sent any. We haven't sent any probes to like the places where we know there could be.
I reckon they call me a microbe. They were looking. They'd like if they found me, they'd be like, "We found a microbe."
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
He's not. They're not. He's not advanced
No.
at all. Yeah, it's basically just a microbe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
We
just
could, like I
below
said, in
bacteria.
some of their minds, we could just be like big bacteria
Yeah.
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
going around like,
Yeah.
well, they've made a few spaceships and some satellites. Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
We-
might look
we did, like,
awful. We
centuries
might
ago.
just like, you know how like when we see aliens and that, and they're like look all bit weird. They might literally see like Margot Robbie and be like, "Oh,"
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Oh, it's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
dear.
I think it'd be amazing if we did ever have something else to compare to, because we are weird creatures. Like if you think about just humans in general, like we buy loads of different types of clothes and stuff. If you compare us to like every other animal on the
Yeah,
earth, like
there's
we're
nothing like
fucking so
us.
weird. We buy like,
Yeah.
you know, like people think it's funny like crows like shiny things. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
that's fun. Like
Do they?
Magpies.
yeah, magpies, or yeah,
Oh.
yeah. And crows. I'm sure they like shiny stuff.
I love
But,
it.
magpies definitely do. But
Do
like,
they?
yeah.
That's crazy.
But
Yeah.
that's it. But
Yeah.
like, look at a human.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's gold. I'm gonna wear that, and it's like we are weird.
Yeah.
We all wear different. We wear clothes like all different clothes and stuff. We're very weird
Yeah.
creatures.
Yeah, definitely. And like you said, there's nothing.
We're very
like,
inefficient.
compares. Yeah.
Like,
Apart from the Germans, they're efficient.
very strange.
Robots.
Anything with crows? No.
Yeah, apparently crows are actually afraid of shiny things.
Oh, no.
I'll tell you what as well.
Maybe
some of
that's why magpies like them then, because then they can
Deters them.
a magpie and a fucking platinum chain. Just
I'll
like-
tell you what, a tangent here, just while we're on birds. I was in my kitchen making a cup of tea, and I think it was a crow. It was some sort of bird.
Some sort of flying.
And it had a stick in its mouth, and it was on top of someone's house, and it obviously made a nest. And he had this stick in his mouth, and he was fucking about. I watched him for about 10 minutes, and he was trying to get it in. And I was like, what is he doing? Like, he's messing about. And I was thinking he can't make up his mind. I was like, no wonder it takes him so long to build a nest. But he had it in, and then after about 10 minutes, he was dropping about, and then he dropped it in. I was like, what are you doing? Just put it in. Like, you're wasting so much time. Yeah.
But then he hasn't got much else to do, is he?
No.
That
Well,
is his
Fuck about with a
purpose.
stick.
What you got,
The
Ben?
thing is, if he finishes
No.
his task, he's.
What's he doing for the rest of the day?
Yeah.
Whereas he probably thinks, look,
Survive.
I'll just.
I'll look busy.
Well, I'll look busy.
Yeah.
You know, the missus, she's watching me, so I'll just. I'll make it look like it's hard to make a nest, and then I'm sorted.
That is
Yeah,
true.
yeah. He's done that thing in the air. Like,
Oh, because I do that in the garden.
take
I
ages.
go out, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm just cutting the hedges," and then I'll be out there and just messing around.
Mincing about with your
Yeah,
stick.
just getting in the sun.
Yeah, it
I
takes
don't want to
ages.
be in there cleaning.
Takes ages. Yeah. Have you finished all the housework? Yeah, I've done the hedges,
Yeah.
and I've made a nest.
Oh, yeah. Might
Do you know, I've been
Oh,
out
dear.
catching worms all day. You still haven't put that nest together. It's like, it's difficult. Structural.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so that's I think that's it on my
That's
on my
the
little
universe.
list.
The wonders of the
That's
universe.
the universe. Thank you very much, Marcus Chown. Sorry for skipping over some of your points.
He took his words verbatim and then chose not to say them verbatim.
Not to say some of them. Yeah, I think he can agree that
Yeah,
seven,
he fucked up. He knows.
seven wasn't his.
And there's no way he can do us for copyright now, is there?
Nah. That's
yeah,
as
so,
that's as fair use as it gets.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's given him a few little likes and followers. Yes, that's it. That is the universe in one. So,
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Up the APMA.
Enjoyed it. Up the APMA.
Oh yeah.
the
Yeah. So.